Hello student. Today we are going to study one new method. The method name is harness method. So first we see the procedure of this harness method. So basically this method is used to find the positive rational root or irrational root of an equation. So this one gives decimal form of a root. In the classroom itself we studied the method which is used to find the decimal root of one equation. So that method is Newton's method. I hope all of you will remember that method. So today we are going to study this new method, harness method. So the procedure is in this manner. So first our equation is denoted as f of x equal to 0. So for this equation we have to find one root. So first by trial and error method we are finding one interval in which root of this equation lies. So here we selected that interval is a plus 1. Only consecutive numbers get opposite signs. Those numbers are selected as interval. So only we have the interval in this form a plus 1. In that interval the root is lies. So obviously the exact value of the root should be a point, a1, a2, a3 and so on. So we know from this interval the value of a. Okay, so a value is known here. So our aim is to find the values of a1, a2, a3 and so on. So that is the main procedure in this method. So first we have to diminish root of this f of x equal to 0 by the integer value a. So by this quantity a we are diminish root of the equation f of x equal to 0. Then we get one new equation which is denoted as f1 of x equal to 0. So obviously root of this equation should be 0.a1, a2, a3 because we diminish root of this equation by a, isn't it? So the new equation root should be 0.a1, a2, a3. Then we have to multiply root of this equation, that is f1 of x equal to 0, by the number 10. Then we get again one transformed equation which is denoted as f2 of x equal to 0, and obviously root of this equation, new equation f2 of x should be a1 point, a2, a3 because this quantity is multiplied by 10. Therefore the new root should be like this, a1 point, a2, a3. Then by inspection we can find one interval in which the root lies. So that interval is that consecutive integers are selected as b and b plus 1 if f2 of b and f2 of b plus 1 are of opposite signs. Therefore this term becomes the root of this equation is b point something, therefore we get our b value is a1. So we calculated our a1 value as this b, and then repeatedly using this procedure again and again we can find remaining decimal values a2, a3 and so on. So this is the main procedure in this method. Now we use this method to find one root of one new equation. Okay, so let us consider one problem. So here the question is like this: find the positive. So we are going to find only the positive root of this equation, namely x cube minus x minus 3 equal to 0, correct to two places of decimal. So we need decimal form of the equation. So here we can use Newton's method also, since only decimal form of root is required. So now we are going to adopt this new method, namely Harness method. So this given equation is taken as f of x. So by trial and error method, we have to fix the interval in which root of this equation f of x equal to 0 lies. So here f of 1 and f of 2 are of opposite signs. Therefore the root of this equation should be lie in the interval 1, 2. So obviously root of our equation should be 1.a1, a2, a3. So our aim is to find a1, a2, a3 values only. Okay. So using the procedures, so first we have to diminish root of this equation by this quantity, this integer quantity, namely 1. Okay. So our given equation should be given equation root should be diminished by the quantity 1. We know how to diminish root of one equation, so that procedure is used here. So we get one new transformed equation. That equation is denoted as f1 of x, and that equation is x cube plus 3x squared plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so from this we conclude our f1 of x like this. Okay. So root of this equation f1 of x is nothing but 0.a1, a2, a3, because this root is 1.a1, a2, a3. This root is diminished by the quantity 1. Therefore obviously the transformed equation root should be 0.a1, a2, a3. A3. Okay. Then in the next step we have to multiply root of this equation by the quantity 10. So this number is multiplied, this root should be multiplied by the value 10. Then we get again one transformed equation. So we know how to multiply root of one equation by one number. So that procedure is nothing but the coefficients of our equation should be multiplied by the sequence, namely 1, 10, 10 squared, 10 cube, and so on. So I hope all of you familiar with this procedure. Okay. So this new equation is denoted as f2 of x. So f2 of x is obtained from this f1 of x by multiplying our coefficients by this sequence 1, 10, 10 squared, 10 cube, and so on. So we have like this. So our transformed equation is this one. Then by inspection we have to fix one interval. Here this f2 of 6 and f2 of 7 both receives opposite signs. Therefore the interval in which the root of f2 of x lies should be 6, 7. Therefore root of this equation f2 of x is nothing but 6.a2, a3. So previously we know root of our equation is f2 of x equation is a1.a2, a3. Now we calculated the root is 6.a2, a3. So comparing these two, we can conclude our a1 is nothing but 6. So a1 is calculated. So next we have to find a2 and a3. So which are the method used to find the a1 values previously. That method is repeatedly used to find the remaining decimal values a2 and a3 also. So first we have to diminish root of this equation by the integer quantity 6. So the coefficients of f2 of x is taken, and this one is synthetic division successively. We have to take 3 times, reduce that value by 6. We get get one new transformed equation which is denoted as f3 of x, and root of that equation is 0.a2a3 because we diminish root of this one by 6. So we get 0.a2a3. Then obviously we have to multiply root of this equation by the number 10. Okay, then the root of that new equation should be a2.a3. okay, so this one is previous one, this is multiplied by 10, then we get the new equation root should be a2.a3. So this is our f4 of x. Then by trial and error method we can fix one interval in which root of f4 of x lies. So here the 7 and 8, that is f4 of 7 and f4 of 8 both receives opposite signs, therefore the root should be lies in the interval 7, 8. Therefore the root of this equation f4 of x should be 7.a3. so we get our a2 value is 7. So previously we calculated a1, now we calculated a2. okay, so two decimal places are calculated, but to find the approximate exact value we are moving to find one more decimal value, namely a3 also. So as usual you have to diminish this root of this equation by the quantity 7. So the new transformed equation is denoted as f5 of x, and root of that equation is 0.a3a4. okay, and then multiplying this root of this equation by the number 10, then the new transformed equation root should be a3.a4. okay, so we get the new transformed equation. That equation is not here, so you have to find that equation, and by trial and error method, which is denoted as that new transformed equation is denoted as f6 of x equal to 0. By trial and error, this f6 of 1 and f6 of 2 both receives opposite sign, therefore root of this f6 of x equal to 0 lies in the interval 1, 2. So obviously our a3 value, so root of this equation should be 1.a4, isn't it? So our a3 value equal to 1. So initially we noted root of f of x should be 1.a1, a2, a3. So substituting a1, a2, a3 value, we get it is 1.671. So approximate this one, we get our root should be 1.67. So this is the positive root of our given equation. So this method is known as the Harness method. So this one used to find the decimal form, and only positive root can be calculated using this method. Suppose negative root is we want, then we have to modify our given equation. We know that procedure, I think, so that procedure is adopted. Okay, so this is known as a Harness method.